Well, while visuals from Afghanistan showcase the level of fear on ground, Afghan nationals in India who have arrived back in the country are talking about the recent developments and recounting the horror. While some fear for the safety of their families, there are others who are upset with the Ghani government and the world superpowers for abandoning the Afghan people in the middle of a crisis.
During 15 or 14 days, they just could get all the provinces. My brothers, my mother, my sisters, all are there, and I'm also sad because of them that they are not in good situation. Like mentally, I can say that they are not in good situation. But better. I'm just sad because of one thing else as well, that no country helps us.
Never felt it to this extent, helpless, hopeless, disappointed, poor and miserable in my life. All our 20 years achievement maybe just go in blinks of few days. I was a child when they were here, when they were there. Now I am an adult. I have seen how these people are. Yes, we accept US should leave the country, but why this way? At least they should come a little bit, given some time.
I think that's a very irresponsible action for a president, because at the time that the country was in trouble, in a very serious trouble, the president just came out of the country irresponsible. And I think that hurts the heart of every Afghan in Afghanistan.
My colleague Neha Hibbale joining me from Bengaluru. She has with her some students from Afghanistan. Neha, if you can help us understand the perspective of Afghan students, what they are witnessing right now and how they are processing all these events.
Well, absolutely, Afrida. In fact, it's not just tense moments in Afghanistan, but even over here in Bengaluru, the students of, Afghanistan are praying for the safety of their families. They're questioning what's happening over there. I'm going to take this straight to them and understand. If I can start with you, Adil, you mentioned that, you were not expecting anything like this. Your family, first of all, if you can tell us where you hail from, how is your family right now? Are you in touch with them?
By the name of Allah, I am from Jalalabad, city of Nangarhar, and our family is here. Yeah, I talked to them last night, and like the world has failed Afghanistan again and again. It's happened again. There is silence is there, fear of losing their life, their loved ones, and their future. Like we came this much far to study here, to finish our degrees. Then we will go and we have so many hopes for our future, for our country, that we will work for it. But now we are hopeless. We can't do anything. We started defeating by social media. We work as from there, like we were supporting that hashtag and all. That world leaders should listen to our voice. But nobody was there till this thing happened. Now they capture all the cities. They capture the capital also. Now we don't know what will happen. Like they are silent as of now. Everything is quiet. It's like everybody is surprised. What the hell has happened there? Yeah. Like we don't know what will happen to our future. We don't know what will happen there. That's all.
Okay. Now, Ruman, coming to you, you were in Afghanistan, in your hometown, as recent as 2 weeks back. How was the situation over there when you were there just about 2 weeks back? Had you anywhere, thought that something like this might come upon the people of Afghanistan?
2 weeks ago, I was there, and the situation was normal as before. So such situations were happening before also, but there was no tension of losing our country, and no one was expecting like such situation will happen, and the Taliban regime, they will come again, because we have already experienced this before, and we know better how they are and how they will interact with the Afghan people. So suddenly everything changed. Within 2 weeks, they became powerful. They became, like, you can call them also superpower. Within 2 weeks, it's impossible that a country like Afghanistan, you're going to rule it. So behind all of this, I think it's a political game, and some our neighbor countries like Pakistan and Iran and other countries, especially US, they are directly or indirectly supporting them. Okay. I can give you a simple example. I went to I went to Kandahar, and I went to Kunar. These two are the insecure provinces of Afghanistan. I went there, and I went to the districts also. I swear to Allah, I saw M4 weapons with Taliban. M4 is only with US government.
Okay.
And
Okay. Yeah.
yeah. I saw with these people.
Okay.
Second thing, in Kunar, I saw AK-47, the Chinese brand, with Taliban's. How is that possible? The Taliban will have such weapons.
Okay.
How they
Okay.
are armed?
Yeah.
Third thing, the Taliban was having new bullets. How?
Right. Now I understand.
We are
that
surprised.
it's, of course, surprising for you, and you would, of course, eventually question these things. I'm going to come to you, ask you. You said that you spoke to your family as well. Just a few hours back. What are they telling you? Are they trying to leave the country? Are they, what efforts are being made right now, and what are you picking up from them?
Actually, my family said that if there is any way, obviously they will leave the country. But my family blood is not colorful than the other people. We worried about my family. I worried about my family. I worried about my city, and my people live in city. And if there is any way, obviously they will leave, because no one can see their future in Afghanistan when Afghanistan is ruled by Taliban. Actually, this is the thing.
Okay. I'm going to come to you now, as a student who's come all the way from Afghanistan to study in Bengaluru. You are hopeful that, someday you go back, you get a good job over there as well. Now, with the current scenario and the current developments, how are you seeing your future? And also, again, what is your family telling you? Is there any hope that you see right now?
Actually, as I said in the first place, that when we came here, the first thing was that when we finish, we'll go back and we serve our country, because we came by a reason here to study and go back and be serving our country. But right now, as we see, the politics has no face. Suddenly it's changing. The government was stable, and suddenly the Taliban government is taking the power. I don't know what's happening right now, but for sure, if the situation become under control, we'll go back to our country, we'll serve to our country, and that's all we want. And the main concern is that the Taliban, the things that Afghanistan achieved in 20 years back, like Afghanistan, India, and other countries, helped Afghanistan to stand on their own feet, like they built the dams, so many places. The Taliban are concerned to destroy the city. They're destroying the bridges.
Afghanistan.
Absolutely, and that is the people are worried about their families. Indians in Afghanistan also worried now about leaving the country for safety. There are multiple concerns at this point of time. Thanks for having this conversation, Neha, and sharing the concerns of the students who are here in India. They are from Afghanistan and they have multiple issues that they were discussing with Neha. Thanks for joining us with the latest.